Man City draw. Real and Celtic face Bayern in playoffs. Manchester City will play 15-time European Cup winners Real Madrid, and Celtic will face Bayern Munich in the Champions League playoff round. City, the 2023 Champions League winners, will host Madrid at Etihad Stadium on February 11 before traveling to Spain for the second leg on February 19. Celtic, the first British club to win the trophy when they did so in 1967, will face Bayern Munich at Celtic Park on February 12 before the Bundesliga club host Brendan Rodgers' side at Allianz Arena in the second leg on February 18. The winners of City's tie against Madrid and Celtic's meeting with Bayern will face either German side Bayer Leverkusen or Spanish club Atlético Madrid in the last 16. The draw for the last 16 is on February 21, following the conclusion of the playoff ties, but some elements of that draw are predetermined. Champions League playoff draw in full. Brest vs Paris Saint-Germain, first leg November 2, second leg 19/02. Juventus vs PSV Eindhoven, first leg November 2, second leg 19/02. Manchester City vs Real Madrid, first leg November 2, second leg 19/02. Sporting vs Borussia Dortmund, first leg November 2, second leg 19/02. Club Brugge vs Atlanta, first leg December 2, second leg 18/02. Monaco vs Benfica, first leg December 2, second leg 18/02. Celtic vs Bayern Munich, first leg December 2, second leg 18/02. Feyenoord vs AC Milan, first leg December 2, second leg 18/02. Playoff draw explained. Clubs that finished in the top 8 of the 36-team Champions League group table progressed directly to the last 16. The teams in the bottom 8 were eliminated. The remaining 16 teams that finished between 9th and 24th place progressed into the playoffs. Of those 16 teams, the clubs that finished 9th to 16th in the league phase were seeded into 4 pairs for the playoff draw. Those that finished from 17th to 24th were put into 4 unseeded pairs. Unseeded teams were drawn against one of 2 seeded teams, with seeded teams hosting the second leg of the playoff as they finished higher in the first phase table. City finished 22nd in the league table while Celtic finished 21st. It meant the 2 sides would face one of Real Madrid or Bayern Munich, who finished 11th and 12th respectively in the group stage. What does it mean for Arsenal, Liverpool and Aston Villa? Liverpool, Arsenal and Aston Villa progressed straight to the last 16 after finishing in the top 8 of the league phase. The draw to finalize the last 16 ties is made on February 21, when the 8 winners of the playoff ties will be known. Some elements of the last 16 draw are already decided because teams in the top 8 of the league phase were split into 4 seeded pairs based on their position in the table. Teams in the seeded pair will face the winners of one of the 2 playoff ties they have already been bracketed with. Liverpool finished top of the league phase and are paired with second-place Barcelona. Those teams will play either the winners of the Brest v Paris Saint-Germain tie or the team that progresses from Monaco's meeting with Benfica. Arsenal were third and are paired with Italian club Inter Milan, who were fourth. The Gunners or Inter will play either the winners of Juventus v PSV Eindhoven or Feyenoord against AC Milan. Villa were 8th and are paired with 7th-placed Lille, and those teams will face the winners of Club Brugge v Atlanta or Sporting v Borussia Dortmund. What about the Europa League? In the Europa League, which follows the same format as the Champions League, AZ Alkmaar face Galatasaray and Midtjylland will play Real Sociedad in the playoffs. The winners of those ties will face either Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur in the last 16. 20 will play Bodo/Glimt, and Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce have been drawn against Anderlecht, with one of the winners of those 2 ties then facing Rangers. United and Spurs were 3rd and 4th in the 36-team Europa League group stage respectively, and with Rangers finishing 8th it meant all 3 British sides qualified automatically for the last 16. Notable ties include two-time winners Porto playing 1984 European Cup finalists Roma, while Hungarian side Ferencváros, managed by former Tottenham striker Robbie Keane, play Victoria Plzen. The winners of those two ties will be drawn against either Lazio or Athletic Bilbao. As with the Champions League, the last 16 draw will be made on February 21 once the 8 winners of the playoff ties are known. That will complete the brackets and teams will know their routes to the final. The two-legged playoff ties are on the 13th and the 20th of February, with the last 16 matches scheduled for the 6th and the 13th of March. Europa League playoff draw in full. Ferencváros vs Victoria Plzen. Porto vs Roma. AZ Alkmaar vs Galatasaray. Midtjylland vs Real Sociedad. Union Saint-Gilloise vs Ajax. PAOK vs FCSB. 20 vs Bodo/Glimt. Fenerbahce vs Anderlecht.